I introduce myself?
No, we got you.
We got it. So for you, this defensive end, obviously people thinking, hey, it's going to be really thin. Now you've got Peter Woods moving out there, Cade moving out there. How does that affect the chemistry in the room? Do you think those are great moves?
Yeah, I mean, it's always good to have depth, man. It hasn't really been much of a difference. I mean, Peter and Caden, they can really play both positions, and you know how athletic Peter is, man. So he does a great job on the inside and the outside. So we really just gelled since they both got in there. We were kind of looking at it at the end of the last season. So it's really just been a smooth transition for all of us, and we love what Rump's doing. So it's been great so far.
Last year was really your first chance at extended playing time. What was that year like for you? What did you learn? What did you take away from it?
Man, I learned a lot. It's different. It's a different game speed when you get in there and start playing throughout the game. I learned a lot really from Maskell and from TJ and from XT. But it's different, man. The game speed's different. That's probably the biggest thing is just the game speed and reacting to people and linemen and kind of just how the flow of the game goes. You know, if somebody that gets in there towards the end of the game, usually it's a lot slower. You know, the crowd's kind of died down. You know, but if you're in the mix of things, really the speed of the game is it's totally different, man. But that and just a lot of technical things. I got exposed a lot, which was good for me. Found a lot of things out about my game that need to be corrected, just bad habits. So I'd probably say the speed of the game and then just exposure, the biggest two things.
Yeah, I was going to ask, what are those things that you got to get corrected and you want to see get better this spring?
Yeah, I made a list of things going into the off season. Really just a lot of little things in my game that tie into the big part of how a defensive end is supposed to be played, especially in our defense. You know, hand placement, footwork are some big things, and there's little things that go along with the overall aspect of footwork and hand placement. But I had to do a lot of things with my hips too. Open up, being able to run, being able to change directions. Just a lot of stretching. I got a really good stretch routine. I had always done a lot of recovery. But stretching's a huge thing. I think a lot of people kind of overlook that in their game and how flexible and athletic they can be. But I just say a lot of things with hand placement, which applies to pass rush and your run game. Footwork the same way. Not stepping inside on your first step, gaining ground, and then really just flexibility with my ankles, my hips, my knees, stuff like that.
You've been patient here. You've probably, if you wanted to transfer, you probably could have. What makes you want to stick around and work in this rotation and kind of establish your spot here at Clemson specifically?
Yeah, Clemson's just home, man. It's been like that ever since I was getting recruited, man. Somewhere that I wanted to be. I fell in love with the staff, fell in love with Coach Sweeney's vision. And I've just always been a guy that just wanted to stay where I am. I've met a lot of great people here, met a lot of good friends. My teammates are great, and I just always wanted to be the guy that stuck it through. Coach Sweeney's talked to about a lot of guys. I always think about it to Cornell Powell. He's talked about him a lot. He stuck around all the way to his fifth year. And had a really really good fifth year. And went to the league. So that's just something that I kind of set out when I got here. I just never wanted to be a transfer guy. So I just was like, I'm just going to be patient, wait for my opportunity, however long that takes. I'm going to take the coaching, and I'm just going to keep working and just see where it takes me.
Anything else?